Hi, I'm QDC. What we're going to build today is Tamiya's 20mm Flakvierling 38. This is a classic kit, and the reason why I bought this kit is because of my youth. When I was a kid growing up, I've always wanted a lot of kits to build, and of course my parents couldn't afford to actually buy all the kits I've always wanted. So now as an adult, I want to revisit my youth and build the kits I've always wanted to build. And this is one of them right here, the Flakvierling 38. This is a Tamiya classic kit, and I already decided that before building this kit, I want to make this into a diorama. So let's go ahead and start building this kit now. Let's go see how much fun we could get out of this old kit. Let's go take a look inside this box. We have the instruction sheet that's both in Japanese and also in English. Here's the guns, the gun shield, the magazines, and the wheels. Okay, so I just finished studying the instruction sheet, and it's not very hard. There's 9 steps in this particular instruction sheet. I'm going to follow everything from step 1 all the way down to step 9. This should be easy, folks. What you're looking at right now is the 20mm cannon. The gun barrel does not have a hole in it, and so I need to make one. I'm going to use the sharp end of my hobby knife, and I'm going to insert that into the gun barrel, twist it around until I make a hole. I want to show you something cool about this model kit. I want to have your attention paid to this particular item. This right here I'm pointing at is the gun sights, and as I move the gun, you notice that the gun sights move along with the gun too. That's pretty cool right here. This kit was made in 1975, and here's the evidence. Tamiya, 1975. Right now you're looking at is the gun shield, and this gun shield has injection pin marks here. There's one here, one here, one here, one here, and one over there. What I've just done was, on this particular gun shield, I simply use putty to fill up the gaps. This model kit does not include a figure, and I wanted to make my model into a diorama. So I was looking around my scrap box from other model kits, and I made this particular figure. These three parts came from one model kit, and these two parts came from a different model kit. And when I put them together, it should look pretty nice for my diorama. Alright, so I just finished completing the construction of the kit, and now I want to show you how it looks and what my thoughts about it so far. Take a look. This is the completed model kit before painting, and as you can well see, it's a good model kit. Now, for this kit being made in 1975, this kit details are very good, really. Highly detailed, and for 1975 technology, it's pretty darn good. Although there are injection pinholes right here, filling this up with putty made a big difference. I did not include the trailer that came with the kit, not because it wasn't good, but I just wasn't interested in building the trailer. The figure that I made from various scrap parts looks pretty good too. It's time for me to paint this model kit. I'm going to paint the figure first. I'm going to paint my figure using more traditional methods. The first thing I need to do is give my figure highlights. I'm going to paint each individual fold on this man's clothing a highlight of the lighter color. I'm going to paint the shadows by individually painting each inner fold. I just finished painting the figure, and as you can well see, it's a good painted figure. In fact, this is the best figure I've painted so far in my entire hobby lifetime. And it looks very nice. The shading and the highlights looks very realistic, and even the facial expression looks very nice as well. It has all the eyeballs and different skin tones that give it a really nice character. Now, this figure took me several hours to paint, so this wasn't an easy figure to paint at all. I just installed my homemade hood because right now I'm going to paint the actual gun itself. And if you plan to use enamel spray paints like I do, it's always a good idea to actually use a hood to vent out all the vapors out into the open. And it's always a good idea to actually use a pair of safety goggles too, just in case if you have any accidents. So right now I'm going to paint my entire model first with a coat of primer. I want to give my model shadows, so I'm going to paint my entire model black. Just remove my hood, because from here on out I'm going to use acrylic spray paints. I'm going to give my model chip paint, and to do that I'm going to spray the entire model with hairspray. Now I'm going to paint the main color. I'm going to give my model a wash. What you see right here is a dilution of black artist oil and mineral spirits, and I'm going to simply put this solution onto the entire model. I'm going to do some dry brushing. What you see right here is a lighter color of the main color, and dry brushing is basically taking some of the lighter color, putting it onto a brush, take most of it out and then very lightly brush it onto the model to give highlights. I'm going to simulate chip paint. What you see right here is an old brush that's moistened with water, and I'm going to just scrub along areas where I think there's going to be chip paint and keep on scrubbing until I get desired effect. I'm going to give this model some bare metal, and I'm going to use an ordinary pencil to do that. Okay, so I just completed the construction of the kit. I painted it, I weathered it, and now it's time for me to show you how it looks like and what I think about it so far. Take a look. This is the completed model kit from construction all the way down to the finish of the weathering. And as you can well see, it looks pretty darn good. What I've done was I added the entire model a light tint of gray, light gray, to give it dust effects and also for a little bit of sun fading. And I've also added just a little bit of mud here on the ends, and I didn't add too much because it's supposed to be in a desert. The details are very good for its age, for 1975, and the only drawback is really just the pinholes that are filled with putty. A good kit. It's time for me to make the diorama. I went to my local craft store and bought this wooden base, and I stained the wooden base twice to give it this nice rich appearance. I'm going to use pre-mixed tile grout as my ground material, and I'm also going to use cat litter for rocks. It's all done. So I made the kit, I painted it, I weathered it, I painted a figure, and I made the diorama with the base and everything. Now it's time for me to show you everything from start to finish of my completed model kit. Take a look. This is the completed model kit from start to finish, including the diorama. And as you can well see, it's a very good model kit I made. Of course, I like the Flak 38 itself, and the figure that I made looks very nice. It took me a lot of hours to paint the figure, but it was well worth it. Also, I like the fact that Tamiya gave extra magazines, so I put them onto the groundwork. And of course, I like the guns as well. A very good model, and this model is good for all skill levels, and I don't think you'd be disappointed in this kit whatsoever. That completes this model kit from start to end. So this kit was fun for me to build, and of course this is an old classic Tamiya kit that was made in 1975. So it's not the best compared to today's model kits. For example, Dragon makes an excellent Flakvierling 38, but that's not the reason why I bought this kit. The reason why I bought this kit was because it was something that I've always wanted to build when I was a kid. And building a newer version, for example, the Dragon one, I mean, I would have a lot of fun too, but it wouldn't be the same. Not for me at least. So what you're going to see next is a video slideshow of my completed model kit. But before I go, as always, just because I make this video here on YouTube, it doesn't make me an expert at model kit building. I'm not an expert. I'm just a regular guy just like you. I hope this video encouraged you to build a model kit of your own. Either it's a model tank, a model plane, a model train, a model ship, or even an automobile. It doesn't matter. In the end, it's all about having fun. So pick up a model kit and build one today. I'm QDC. Thanks for watching and have a great day.